Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need shadow read for this full moon in March to new moon in April 2022? I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle production since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, link in the description box, creator on Patreon, patreon.com/Drawing the Circle. I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, my Scorps. How you doing? My fixed water signs, my 8th housers. If you are new to the channel, a 7-card draw is just one card from 7 different decks, getting you the clues, tips, and hints you need for a specific astrological timeline. And let's look at that timeline. We're looking at the full moon in Virgo on Friday, March 18th, 3:17 a.m. Eastern Time. I do live in New York. And the 2 weeks following, the waning, the letting go, the releasing, the alchemizing, the forgiving, the surrendering, find your language for it as you like, to the new moon in Aries on Friday, April 1st at 2:24 a.m. Yeah, April Fool's Day. But an interesting, should be a very, very interesting new moon as a result. New moon in Aries, you can cast anything you want for yourself. First house, right? That kind of magic, that kind of intention work. But we got to get through that dark moon in Pisces before we get there, the 3 days before. Don't worry. It'll get covered in this reading. And I will certainly have the 5-card draw, new moon to full moon, spell kit reads up way before then. So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs. To get more information about the scenario we are about to look at, but understand we have many of them going on simultaneously. And let me just say, these readings for me this time around, with what's going on in the Ukraine, feel like really important in the sense of unity, that whatever shadow work you can do is going to help everything and everybody. And I've seen that consistently in these readings so far, because we're all one. It's not that we're all connected, we're all one. And since I do not have the financial or political power to assist in the outside world with what's going on in Ukraine and really Europe, to me, thoughts and prayers take on a little bit more. I do the shadow work. I help in that way. So enough of that. But I know Scorpios get it usually on some level, right? So as you heal you, we all heal, and that's what I'm here to help you with. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can as an archangel, which an angel just means a messenger of light, a messenger of truth. But an archangel is made up of millions, if not billions, of other angels, and if you knew how many guides I have. Guides, masters, teachers, gods, goddesses, saints, angels, totems, healers, and ancestors. Yeah. Global empath, great fun, yeah. Didn't realize this is what I signed up for, but here I am. So let's get up in this gig. You ready? Both feet on the floor. Take a nice deep breath. And here we go. First card down. Caroline May's deck. I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the general assembly, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, the spirit animals and totems, as well as the pantheon of all pantheons. All traditions, lineages, and cultures on the planet. Please, what is the dominant 8th chakra archetype hovering over the head of the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign? Watching this video, receiving this reading that will affect what they attract, what they repel, what they learn, what the alchemy is, the shadow work is, affecting every other chakra and their electromagnetic field. The more they alchemize it from lead to gold, the less insulator, right? So the power isn't as blocked, and the more conductor, the gold rather than the lead, the more empowered they are. What is it the one they most need to deal with this full to new April, March into April 2022. The goddess archetype. Digging it. Good. I mean, definitely a feminine energy. All the water signs are feminine signs, as are the earth signs. All the fire and air are masculine signs. So let's take it out of gender, shall we? The yin energy, the goddess energy. Feminine family archetype of the 9 different families. There's also the masculine family, so it is really balanced. The shadow indicates the shadow work. The light indicates what you're shooting for, lead to gold, waning moon, right? The shadow attribute, exploitation of the female nature and form. Now, it is true, you can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. For surezies, but also you might be dealing with a situation in which it is forcing you to go into the light if you choose to do the shadow work, the light attribute. The feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force. We're talking prana, chi, reiki, like all the stuff you can't see, right? Feminine, the internal energy workings of it all. And sensuality, which is different than sexuality. Sensuality, I have a black cashmere hoodie. It's just like so luxurious, right? And it really, it's very sensual. It that sense of touch, the sense of just the whole dealio. So let's see what goes on with that. keeping in mind that sure, there are emotions. It's the divine feminine card, right? Just like the goddess is the divine masculine card. So definitely could have a global piece on that, Gaia and all of that. Let's look at the feminine energy. The Daughters of the Moon Tarot will give us the next 4 chakras. Down underneath the 8th chakra, the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, the internal world, the psychological world. This is really where you create your reality, your psychological reality. But let it also be said that this is where the shadow work begins, because you have to throat chakra, choose it. Please take a nice deep breath. We're all heroes on the hero's journey, making our way home, and yet we can make really villainous choices or heroic ones. So I call upon my goddesses of water, the sign of Scorpio, powers of the West, please, Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Give me the card. Give us a clue, a tip, a hint for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading of what's going on in the inside world with that goddess archetype. Okay. 5 of Blades is 5 of Swords, the Hurricane. So there's a lot of thought. There's a lot of third eye activity going on here. That can be everything from static on the channel, right? The mind is a bit confused, is a bit tumultuous. It can also be trying to process an overload of information. Not so much overthinking, which is really more of the 9 of Swords, if we're going to go there. The 5 of Blades, the 5 of Swords here is the Hurricane. If you sit in the eye of the hurricane, and there's so many different ways to interpret that, keep it in the eye, right? Be in the eye. It's the safest place to be as the thoughts swirl. So be aware that there may be a lot of conflicting thoughts going on, false information, in whatever situation you're looking at here, but to know to find your center, right? To find your center and open that heart, because if you do find yourself overthinking, thank you, Matt Kahn. He's such a genius. I mean, his guides, whatever. He's saying it. It's great. He says overthinking is like an alarm telling you that your heart's not open. I mean, keeping your heart open all the time isn't the easiest thing at all, but it's certainly harder in a mental hurricane. And that's the thing about Scorpio. You might not even let on. So let's look at the next 3 chakras, the last 3 chakras, if you will. The root, the sacrum, the solar plexus, the masculine energy, the external part of it, looking at yourself from the outside in, maybe you from the inside looking out at some person, place, or thing here in the physical world, but it does involve the lower 3 chakras, the root chakra groups, tribes, circles of friends, and we have more tribes than we're aware of, right? Start with the human tribe, right? Then your religious upbringing, your spiritual path, your racial consciousness, I mean, all of it, down to, like I'm a New Yorker, right? Like all those tribes. Second chakra, one-on-one, your relationship to another person or thing. And solar plexus, your relationship to yourself. Can be all of that, can be some of that. Let's see what hits the table. Breathe. As I call upon my gods of water, the sign of Scorpio, powers of the West, mythic tarot, please. What's going on? Lower 3 chakra dynamic, the masculine, the yang. For the Scorpio collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. Watching this video, receiving this reading. Goddess archetype in the 8th. 5 of blades, hurricane on the inner. What's going on the outer? Please, a clue, a tip ahead for this full to new. The magician. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it, and I'll tell you why. Because there is alignment on the outside here then. Yeah, you might be dealing with somebody who's doing magic, but really, it's the first card of the major arcana. It is about taking an inspiration and beginning to bring it into form. Here's Hermes at the crossroads, right? He's got, you know, a sword, a wand, a cup, a pentacle, but standing at a crossroads. In other words, there is a something about to begin here. With that goddess energy, though, I'm going to really emphasize the wisdom, life force, sensuality, that you just don't do this purely from the third eye if it is in conflict. Rather, ground yourself, go into your spiritual practice. Use your internal fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, which seems to be very much air dominant, and it makes sense for a shadow read. We'll get there. But certainly to bring yourself into alignment, this is you manifesting something. Now keep in mind, it's waning moon. So if this can be a place of really saying, all right, well, let me unify my elements on the outside. Let me get my altar in order, so to speak. Because that goddess energy really channeling life force through you, spirit. Grounding into nature. That divine feminine energy here, that could be a pretty powerful balancer and way of healing. So with the chakras in place, let's get you a Matt Kahn healing mantra to help you with this. I would think particularly with the 5 of blades, and 5 is numerologically the number of change. That's why the pentacle has 5 points, right? You use pentacles usually in magic when you want to change something. And is very much, you know, here, bringing together fire, earth, air, water in alignment with spirit. Well, a mantra with that 5 of blades can really change your mind and allow some healing to take place. Breathe. Let's go deep. Let's go deep for the Scorps. Deeper in and higher up. As I call upon these splendid masters of the General Assembly, because this could be about anything, please, one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for the Scorpio collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the mantra that will help them alchemize that goddess archetype in the 8th chakra with the 5 of blades, hurricane on the inner? And yes, a lot of strength, a strong new beginning here, a strong alignment with that magician in the outer, this full to new. Dispelling sadness. I will feel better once I get the rest I need. Good. Good. So then we are talking about integration. Look, it's a major arcana card. So it's spirit in the lower 3 chakras from the outside looking in, or maybe you're engaging in a bit more spiritual practice in some way, shape, or form, magical practice. But in some way that unites your power in a way. And of course that can be done through rest, which is more of the divine feminine aspect, the yin, right? Instead of make it happen, push, 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 it's the receive, right? The electro-masculine and the magnetic, the feminine, dispelling sadness. And I mean, I'm an empath and you're a Scorpio on some level, right? So are you feeling the pain of the people in Ukraine and claim that, right? So it's like, yes, I am in compassion and resonance here, but my mind can be tricky, right? So let me read this to you from the bookie book. There are 3 bookie books on here, but they're brief. They're brief, but they're powerful. Dispelling sadness. I will feel better once I get the rest I need. When sadness dissolves, you are able to acknowledge upheavals of emotion as profound healings taking place. So this 5 of blades here can very much be thinking around the emotions and getting caught up in the thoughts about them instead of accepting, right, and allowing a deeper healing to take place as a result of emotional upheaval. As a result, you are inspired to give your body the rest and rejuvenation it needs, rather than to push yourself into states of imbalance, like too much yang, not enough yin, or too much yin, not enough yang, albeit yang. I am from New York. As you dissolve sadness, you become aware of the vital role downtime plays in helping you recharge your energy field. And trust me, as you get older, it becomes essential, particularly if you're going to be on camera every day. Just saying. This mantra is ideal for dealing with depression, fighting against time, which is what I've given up. It's a Virgo thing, but, you know, I'm letting go of that. And learning how to relax. So, if there are a lot of thoughts, a lot of to-dos, a lot of going on here, well, you got to go into the feeling part of it, the sensuality part of it, and rest. A nice, sensual, battery recharging rest. You will feel better once you get the rest that you need, even if it's not necessarily sadness, right? Grief, which is like sadness times 1,000. So let's ask the higher selves, right? If there are other people involved here, their higher selves are involved, the higher selves are all involved. But so far this feels very singular. This feels very much about you and your shadow work. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. There we go. Made me cough. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love, the peace of guidance, grace, love, power, and wisdom? For the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, to help them alchemize that goddess archetype, 5 of blades, hurricane on the inner, magician on the outer, dispelling sadness, getting the rest that they need. This full to new. We're about to have a feline visitor, I think. Act as if your partner is here. This one just came up. I think it came up in the Libra read. I forget which one. It was either Libra or Virgo. One of the 2 I did yesterday. I had a kitty cat winding himself around my legs. Come on, Melchior. Come on, come sit. Come sit. People love you. You're not getting your own YouTube channel. You have to collab with me. No, he's a Taurus. Your opposite sign. He's being stubborn. I'm okay with it. Act as if your partner is here. This now brings it into a one-on-one relationship. And let's, for right now, put partner in air quotes, because the romantic aspect of it is a little on the nose. Particularly with a magician with a hurricane going on here. But that can play itself out in all sorts of different ways. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. Okay. Now, I used to have business partners. I don't anymore. No. Now I'm a solo act. Drawing the Circle is happy to collaborate with other people, but I am my own boss, right? I will never work for anybody else, and even business partnerships, they are for usually a reason or a season. Never again a lifetime. No. So I get that. I get that part of it here. There is a possibility here, but with that goddess energy, we are looking at the divine feminine in a way that this could be very, very general, but regardless, I think the alignment for you comes by taking a break and getting some rest and doing the shadow work. So acting as if your partner is here. Acting being the masculine, the external, right? Instead of the receiving, the acting. With the magician here, get yourself into alignment. And do consider them, whoever this partner is, romantic, family, whatever, work, career, vocation. I have a feeling this will help. The Divine Animals Oracle, because if you're going to do, let's call it what it is, the shadow work, either psychological or spiritual, shamanic, the shamanic descent, right? Going into the underworld, doing the alchemy from lead to gold. Well, we all have spirit animals and totems that help us with that journey. Not just the going down. Oh, dissension is easy. It's the return. That's the tricky one. Anyone can cross the river Styx. It's getting back. Don't pay the ferryman. Don't even fix a price. Well, you're Scorpios, you know that. Until he gets you to the other side. Please take a nice deep breath. A little Krista Berg vibe playing in my head now. Great. Scorpio read. Not shocked. Oh, still point. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, who walks with them, who flies with them, who swims with them, who crawls with them, doing the shadow work with the goddess in the 8th, hurricane on the inner, magician on the outer, dispelling sadness, and acting as if their partner is there with them. What's the divine animal oracle message for the Scorpios this full to new? The jackal. Anubis? Much? Scorpio? Oh, let me just make sure I'm reading that keyword right. Truth. Truth. Well, no, the jackal is set. Right? Right? Am I getting my... Right. Sorry, the Greeks are my primary pantheon. Their whole name Pam. No. The jackal here, definitely. We've got quite an Egyptian viberino here. Card number 44. This one does not come up much. Right, Anubis would be the god of death. Jackal the trickster, right? The Hermes... No, Hermes was Thoth. Oh, I'm getting my pantheons crossed. It's okay. I'll take a nap later. The Jackal, card number 44. Keyword, truth. Authenticity is important. Live your truth fearlessly. Someone around you is not telling you the truth. Do not fear what you cannot control. We will all leave a legacy, so you should consider what this might be for you. Death is a part of life. Well, that's a lot to unpack for a teeny tiny little paragraphette there, but 5 of Blades can indicate that some of that conflict is coming from something that's not true, right? And it could be societally, right? I believe it or not, I know, I'm 53 years old. I know I don't look at things. But, you know, big boys don't cry and girls aren't good at math and science. It's like none of it was ever fucking true. Madame Curie, dude, right? None of it was ever true. And, yeah, big boys don't cry. That worked well. For thousands of years. Yeah, repress those emotions. Let's get a real toxic masculine energy going as a result of that, right? So the truth will set you free, but it will probably piss you off first. Gloria Steinem. Yeah, I'm a feminist if you can't tell. Muscle test me. It's the truth. Let's read the magic. Jackal magic. Sometimes we need a big dose of truth in our lives. Can you get how this is global? Can you get how this is global? Sometimes we need a big dose of truth in our lives, which is where jackal energy is a positive force. Even when finding out truth of a situation means pain, it is better to know the truth, and jackal energy can be a comfort. Also, call upon this energy when you or others are affected by death. You're Scorpios. If you are not feeling that on planet Earth, and okay, maybe not an empath, but there is that sensitivity, there is that compassion. Truth is key to manage that. Allow yourself to know that the person who has died has a soul that is being carefully protected and watched over. I mean, that is so heavy duty. And like I said, there is a global component this time around Maybe there always has been, you know, in every reading ever done, not just mine, right? That unity consciousness. There's some powerful leverage here, though. Dispelling sadness because of the truth of death. And by the way, the soul doesn't see it that way. The soul knows it's immortal. It's only the ego, the human part of us, that feels that. The personality, the role we play in a human body on the hero's journey, you know, deals with that. But the soul, the immortal part of us, no, it knows. And the God, goddess, the higher self part of us, ain't a thing but a chicken wing, right? And a cute little critter called, hey, my Melchior. He sheds like buckets every day. Please. You lay down, my angel. All you probably see is like green floating eyes on a Stevie Nicks black antique shawl background. Jackal energy. You lay down, baby head. What are you gonna do? Walk on the table? Just break all of the rules today? I love you. Boink. I love my boys. Oh, Lyons. The last card down will be a blessed babe, a hidden blessing. Should you your mission, should you choose to accept it, alchemize the lead to gold. There's always a hidden blessing, just like there is gold hidden in lead. It's just for those 3 atoms that lead has that gold does not. How do you burn them off? How do you release them? Through alchemy, right? Through transformation. Bunting the table. Good boy. He's a Taurus. We expect him to hit things with his head. Please take a nice deep breath. Nice grounding force. Still point. Okay, here we go. As I call upon the pantheon of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures, the TLC, the tender loving care of the pantheons of all pantheons, please. What is the hidden blessing for the Scorpio collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. So that if they do the alchemy, embracing the feminine, experienced through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality, and that 8th chakra, move into that with that 5 of blades, being the still point, seeing the things change, working the mantra like a magician, dispelling sadness, taking time to get the rest they need, they will feel better, and acting if their partner is here, which probably means there's some kind of separation between them and another person who is a partner in this somehow, and sometimes they're on the other side of the veil. My dad died when I was 17 years old. Yeah, 17 years old. And believe me, the healing work was rough, but it got done little by little. The truth, it wasn't my father in every life, but that soul is immortal. Right? Just one example of how this could play out in terms of shadow work. So please, what is the hidden blessing for the Scorpio collective this full to new March, April 2022? A blessing to bring prosperity. Now, again, like we said, partner in quotes. Let's, for the moment, put prosperity in quotes because we automatically put that in the financial category. It's just trading, right? Think and grow rich. Manifest your prosperity. But prosperity comes from the name of the Roman goddess Proserpina, Persephone, all right? A goddess of the underworld 6 months out of the year. And Melchior agrees. I don't know what's going on here, folks. I don't explain them. I just love them, feed them, and scoop their litter. So, don't you dare. Did you see that little paw? Don't you dare. Oh, the spirit of W.C. Fields never worked with kids or animals on stage. I'm going to try and give you this blessing for realsies because, you know, I'm trying to keep it light. But there's a lot going on in the world. And this is, after all, a shadow read. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Say it through me, Pantheons. Encode this blessing with guidance, grace, love, power, and wisdom. Card number 21, a blessing to bring prosperity. A blessing for you that you will always have enough to support you and see you thrive. Dear friend, there may be more than what it is you need, yet Dearest friend, may there be more than what it is you need, yet always let you be appreciative of all the gifts you have been given. May the natural prosperity and gifts of each season be yours. The fullness and wide open arms of summer, very Persephone as summer lady, and its rich harvests. May the falling of the leaves in autumn bring you the urge to let go and bring in to do what must be done. Persephone going into the underworld. Let the depths of winter bring you to the richness of inner light and life, the cold reminding you of the great golden heart at the center of you, Persephone underground, and allow the spring bring you to the green shoot pushing through new beginnings, the Kore, the maiden of spring. May there be plenty for adventures beyond your home and hearth. Let there be sufficient so that there is always wood in your fire, food in the pot, and light shining down upon you. May the flow of abundance that nature reveals within all her faces be yours, and wherever there is need, know it will be met again and again with the blessings of the universe, for they will flow to you. And you may gather them up in your arms and create more and more of whatever it is you need, whatever it is your soul calls out for. You will be able to create a home. You will be able to nourish yourself and those you love. You will no longer struggle or attempt to force. Instead, you will enter a stream of plenty that flows all about you and is now yours. Let prosperity, real and true, be yours, and may there be gratitude and charity and generosity from you to meet the bounty of the world that now flows to you. Blessings of prosperity to you, friend. Let bounty be shared and its ways taught, so that all may know the simple secrets of growing enough for all that is needed. Scorpio, 8th house, money, sex, power. Breathe. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So would it be, and so it is. Tap into that goddess, that sensuality. This is a card of prosperity, obviously, here, but there's a lot of thoughts changing going on. Bring yourself into alignment. Do the magic by coming into a place of rest. You'll feel better once you get the rest you need. This is a shadow period, right? And act as if your partner is here. Take them into consideration with truth. Understanding that the truth will set you free, but that usually means we have to let go of something. And in shadow work, if it is an illusion, that's a good thing to let go of, because there is a blessing on your prosperity in here. And as you do this, may you be given all you need, and may the people of Ukraine, right? May the people in Europe, may the Russians who are protesting for the sanity, right? For the peace, be given all that they need to. So trust me, I am in prayer every day. And if you want to go deeper, come Patreon on Patreon. I stream there every morning. We say prayers every morning. Me doing them, me channeling them through their PDP, pretty damn powerful. And certainly if you liked the video here, hit like, help the other Scorpios find it, right? Help them do this work and bring in the prosperity they need. And certainly hit that notification bell. I am traveling. I'm actually doing this while I'm still in Holbrook, New York, and I'm traveling to Saratoga. By the time you see this, I will be in Saratoga doing this. So wishing you all the very best and the very blessed. Comment, what do you think this is about here? My honor, my pleasure to help my Scorpio friends out there. Wishing you all the very best and the very blessed. of this full to new, and Melchior does too. Ariel, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.